Hi, April here, aka Gypsy Girl. So let's talk about flat Earth. Are you ready to learn something, son? Alright, so let's just start here. Let's start with the Mercator map. Mercator. Okay? Here's the prime meridian at 0 degrees. Okay? And here is the equator, also at 0 degrees. This is consistent with what is on the azimuthal equidistant projection map and the Mercator map. But because for consistency, let's do it on the Mercator map. It goes this way, 180 degrees. It goes this way, 180 degrees. Okay? From the equator up, it goes 90 degrees. From the equator down, it goes 90 degrees. Okay, so a circle is 360 degrees, right? Now a line, 90 degrees, is 180 degrees. So from here to here, to here to here. Okay, so even if you're at 0 degrees, here to here, here to here, it's a line. 180 degrees is a line. So, what is a sphere is, what is a sphere? It is a circle with another circle. I have learned I am handicapped at drawing spheres. Anyway, the dimensions of the spheres are 360 degrees by 360 degrees. Okay? The formula to find a three-dimensional object is to find its volume, which is length, width, and height. Okay? Length and width. Where is the height? Now let me show you something else. Take this Mercator map off of here. Okay, the 180 plus 180 is 360 degrees. Roll it into a circle because it belongs in a circle. But what do we get? We do not get a globe. And what is this here? 0 degrees to 90 degrees to 90 degrees. Okay, in case you can't see it, that is a line. So, let's go back and look at this map. Yes, it goes all the way around, but on this map, if you folded it up, it would be a triangular shaped cone. It would not be, as far as I can tell at this time, because 0 degrees would fold on its, the 90 degrees would fold on itself. It would not be a sphere. Okay. Second thing I wanted to talk about is Disney World. It's a small world after all. This ride has been there forever, even though it's so old. And what does it do? It takes you on a voyage on the water in a circle. It tells you it's a small world after all. What the fuck? Small world after all? Yes, it is. Yes, it is a small world after all. Have you ever heard what's the shortest distance between two places? A straight line. Okay, let's see what else. Epcot. I don't know what's up with that, but if you think of the Epcot sphere and the triangles, it's telling us something. If you know what it is, fill me in. So, also, I want to talk about The Who. In 1967, they came out with the song, I Can See for Miles and Miles and Miles and Miles and Miles. I'm going to just keep going on. Also, in their song, The Who, The Seekers, they say that they are just sitting here counting miles. So that's interesting that I Can See for Miles came out in 1967 and they went to the moon in 1969. Okay. Also, I wanted to tell you about light. Okay. Light. cannot go through opaque. Some light can be reflected through translucent. And some things are transparent and light goes right through it unobstructed. But translucent, it is obstructed. Light is a transverse wave. Okay, I'll go back to that. Wave, no, light. Waves, okay? Transverse wave. Light is a transverse wave. Light waves are transverse waves. And transverse waves, being light, the reflection occurs when light strikes an object and then bounces away from the surface at right angles. Right angles. They must bounce at right angles. Okay? What is a right angle? All right. A right angle must have a square here. Okay? So, and it is 90 degrees. Always is a right angle. All right? What else looks like a right angle? The Freemason signs. Right here, right angle. I didn't pick it perfectly. That is because here's you. At any point, here's all you can see is a right angle point of vision. Okay? Here, the compass, at the sun's angle of vision, it goes in a circle. And the sun's angle of vision is always in a circle. And here, and here's what you can see. Here's the geography that you can see. Okay? What else did I want to tell you today? Wanted to remind you about the atom structure at the center plane of an atom, which everything in this universe is a fractal, which is a microcosm within a macrocosm, which means mini universe within a bigger universe, bigger, minor. Everything is within another universe of itself. Every cell in my body is in a universe. I'm in a universe. Every cell in your body is in a universe called you. And you are in a universe called this, or Earth, and whatever we want to call it. Also, I want to propose an experiment to see how far away the sun is. Okay, I'm going to use my maps. I have not done this yet, but I wanted to tell you about my proposed experiment. If a man at noon, okay, at noon, this way's the south for me, south, that way, okay? And at noon, at 12 noon, if I hold my thing like this, so I'm actually like this to the moon, to the sun, it will be between 23.5 degrees and 23.5, actually 23.4 degrees at all times. So if I am here, April is here, and in Florida, I want to measure exactly to the south to the equator at 0 degrees, okay? In probably Ecuador or wherever I can get to exactly the equator. Then if I can measure those distances, and then where I see the sun at noon, based on the angle of 23.4 degrees south to north or north to south, I can possibly, if I can tell this distance, A, B, C, Pythagorean theorem, A squared plus B squared plus C squared, okay? That is because that's just this. This is a triangle, which is this, but this is the whole A, B, C, okay? Alright, I also wanted to talk about this glass ceiling stuff. We know it's not glass. If you know anything about chemistry and the way that weak bonds and strong bonds work, Some molecules like water have a weak bond, and so they kind of flow over each other, right? Other things like carbon have a strong bond and you can't really get through it. We don't know what kind of bonds up there. I'm assuming that the molecules have some type of a weak bond and or strong bond. It does appear that, sound echoes, that rainbows, and, it does seem that there's some type of structure around us, but I do not believe it's firm. It might be a firmament, definitely, but I don't believe it's absolutely not glass. It is probably a series of molecules that create like a membrane, like your cells do on the outside of your skin. These cells are thinner and have a stronger bond than, like, let's say the cells in your blood have a weak bond and it flows. Anyway, some things to consider. Trolls will not be tolerated. I don't have time for that. If you have some input, if you have a good thought, if you have something you've done, don't propose to me another experiment. I've got enough on my plate. You tell me what you think. Do you think that 180 degrees by 360 degrees is a sphere? Because I don't think it is a sphere. I think it is this. I think that this is 180 degrees by 360. All right. Anyway, have a good day. Bye.